Right, so welcome back to my Ayrton Senna driver career mode here on F124. Now, last episode at Spa was another fantastic weekend as I not only took pole position, but I also took the race win to extend my championship lead over Max Verstappen by 20 points. Now, today, as you can see, we're going to Monza, and I have not driven at this track at all on this year's game, so it's going to be interesting, and I have no idea how quick I'm going to be. Let's get to quali. Alright, so here we go. Now, as always, we're going to be doing 2 laps here in qualifying, and it's important to note that at the moment, P1 is Charles Leclerc with a 1 minute 18.7. So let's see how close we can get to that. Now, like I said, I have not driven at this track at all on this year's game. This is my very first lap of Monza. Let's see how it goes. Of course, I've driven at this track a lot on F123 and so on, so it ain't like I've never driven here. I should have the very basics down. Through turn 1, that feels pretty good. If I can just avoid the grass on the exit, that's actually a decent run through turn 1 and 2, I'm not going to lie. I'm not entirely sure how much overtake to use, so that is going to be a thing. Now, I know you can ride the curbs a bit in this game, but that's all okay. I think I need to turn actually a bit more. Like, I genuinely need to turn the wheel more through there. Now we're going through the Lesmos. The grip seems very high through there. What about through here? What's the grip like? Not as much, but it's still decent. And now we have a Ascari. Let's just send it through here, because on this game you can be so much more confident with a car, especially on low fuel and soft tyres. I haven't actually been looking at my sector time, so I have no idea if we're on course to beat that 1:18.7. But now we're going through the best corner in the world, the Parabolica. I've actually got on the grass a little bit. That's lost me about 2 tenths, but like I said, it's the first lap. We're doing another. This is just to learn, and we are going to put it P2, but only a tenth and a bit away from Leclerc's time. I actually set the fastest sector 3, despite that mistake on the Parabolica. So if we go round again for my final run, keep it clean through the final corner, there's a chance at pole. And look at this, we have got a clear track ahead, and I believe, I don't know, I was going to say that's one of the Red Bulls who've stayed in the garage. It's actually one of the RBs. Okay, never mind. Anyway, it's time to use everything that I've learned from that first lap to try and go for a pole position. Here we go. Now, remember in turn 1, I need to actually turn more. As in, I literally need to turn my wheel even more. There you go, that's worked pretty well. Get a decent exit. That's going to find us already over a tenth. Now, I might actually save a bit of VRS through here, so I am going to lose just a little bit of time. Into the next corners, I'm going to brake a bit earlier and ride the curbs. Nice. On the exit, avoiding the gravel. That's lovely. 3 tenths up already. Swing her through the first Lesmo. Right on the edge of the track. Second Lesmo. Bit of oversteer. It's fine. We can ride those curbs like we're silly. Almost half a second up now. Now, my Ascari on my first lap was pretty perfect, so I'm just going to try and, recreate it, which I am fairly easily. I found another 600ths, and this lap has been pretty spectacular. All I need to do now is avoid going on the grass through Parabolica, which is quite easy. I've actually gone a bit wide, but it's fine. We are going to go ahead and find 6 tenths of a second for the easiest pole position I have ever got in my... Okay, maybe not. To be fair, maybe not the easiest, but it is definitely up there. We had, what, 6 tenths at Monaco, something stupid like 7 tenths at, like, Imola, I don't really remember. And now we out-qualify Charles Leclerc by almost half a second. And that is one thing I've actually noticed recently, and on this game, is that the AI are quite poor in qualifying, but very, very strong in the race. So yes, I might have out-qualified Leclerc by half a second. That doesn't really mean much, because in the race, Leclerc could show up. But of course, at this track, your only real threat is going to be down the main straight. So starting second might not actually be the worst thing, because as soon as that DRS gets open, you're just gone. Also, Max Verstappen down in P4. His qualifying form has been really bad, but he always somehow makes it back up to P1 or P2. Lando Norris, another stinker, 7 tenths behind me down in P5. And now we can head to race day to try and make it 5 wins in a row. And here we are. Oh my goodness gracious. It is pouring down. That isn't actually particularly great because I'm very inexperienced in the wet. I don't know how good I'm going to be. This whole weekend has been a complete mystery. Not only have I never driven at this track before, but I've never really driven in the wet before. So I don't know what to expect. But I suppose wet races are always more exciting, aren't they? Now, strategy is going to be interesting. Are we just going to go for one interset? No. Wow, okay. We're actually going to go for a double full wet. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. On F123, you could quite comfortably do an entire race on inters. But we're actually going to go for a single stop, double wet strategy. And as you can see by the weather forecast, it looks like it's actually going to stay raining, not only throughout the entire thing, but in the later stages is going to ease up a little bit. So we might actually see some inters at the very end. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase my downforce to about 16 or maybe... I'll do 14, because in the wet, obviously, there's no DRS, and running higher downforce levels is always more beneficial in the wet. I don't know why, just watch Real F1 and you'll see. And here we go then, for the Italian Grand Prix, round 11. Can we make it 5 wins in a row? It's not the best start from anyone except from me. I am gone. Max Verstappen already up to P3 ahead of Alonso, challenging Charles Leclerc for P2. Lando Norris already up a place as well, up to P5. Fighting with Alonso. Oh, now he's actually down to P6. That's unfortunate. Actually, no, didn't Lando start P5? He probably did. Now, it's important we save a lot of ERS, and we're basically the only threat we have, like I said at the end of quali, the only threat is going to be down the main straight. So all I need to do is get to the main straight and use all my overtake, and I should be good. Although Leclerc showing some rapid pace early in this race, I am quite slow. Like I said, I am very inexperienced in the wet. I don't really know what I'm doing. Here comes back to Verstappen. I'm actually going to block off Verstappen, so Leclerc can stay in P2. At least that's what I hope is going to happen. And that is what happens. Okay, nice one. Verstappen already trying to make moves up to P2, though. This man is relentless. So I'm noticing that because I've got quite high engine braking, in the dry, it's fine. In the wet, it's actually causing me a lot of mid-corner oversteer. Here comes Leclerc at the end of lap 1. Is he going to go for a move? I've got my overtake on. It should be quite difficult for him. I don't want to use all of it. Here comes Verstappen. Once again, I'm actually going to choose to block off Verstappen so that Leclerc can try and stay ahead. Whoa, my car wouldn't turn. And I believe Verstappen has got that place. On lap 2, Verstappen has gone from P4 to P2 and is now challenging me for P1. Oh no. Oh, I've had a big snap of oversteer at the exit of Lesmo 2. Is Verstappen going to go for it? I'm going to put my hot lap on for those extra miles per hour. And Leclerc's actually going for it on Verstappen. Go on, son. Do him in. Yeah! Come on, Leclerc. What a legend. Oh my goodness, a massive kerfuffle just went on behind me. And the results of it has dropped Leclerc from P2 to P4. Verstappen back up to P2. And Fernando Alonso up into the podium places. Lando Norris dropping even further back. I believe he's actually at about P8 or 9 at this stage. Oh, I actually relate to Verstappen in real life. Why can't I have a teammate that backs me up? Although, to be fair, Verstappen in the game doesn't have a teammate to back him up either. Oh, my car's getting very snappy. And I think Verstappen's going to go through here. I have got the overtake. He's going to completely block me, though. And now I'm being challenged by Fernando Alonso. Verstappen goes to the outside. He's having oversteer. I'm trying to just get any sort of exit traction possible, which I can't get. Max Verstappen takes the lead. Alonso now going past. Come on, car. Use that speed. Come on, baby. Here I come. Hello, Verstappen. You thought we were going to get rid of me that easily? You thought wrong. Here I come. Round the outside. Into turn 1. We take that P1 back. Oh, turning is so difficult through 2. But we're back in P1. Lovely. Lando Norris up to P5. Go on, son. We have a yellow flag somewhere on the track. Someone's having a mechanical DNF. I have no idea who it's going to be. Lando Norris up to P4, by the way. It might be one of the Ferraris. Although, no, he's right there. Verstappen going for a move. I'm going to outbrake him and go around the outside. And now I've got that inside line, so we can't get by. Who? Someone went off. And all I can tell is Leclerc's dropped back massively. And now Lando Norris is right up in the mixture with me, Verstappen, and Alonso. Lando Norris going for a move on Fernando Alonso. Oh, no way. Lando Norris redemption arc begins now. He can't quite get by, but he's cooking. Come on, Lando. Oh, look at this. Alonso going for a move on Verstappen. Verstappen going for a move on me. Where did that come from, Max? Jesus wept. Let's try and have a good exit through Parabolica. It is. It's an okay exit. Probably the best I could have gotten. Now, is Hot Lap ERS enough? Oh, it should be. Lance Stroll takes the fastest lap. We're on lap 6 now. A third of the way through. We're going to outbrake Max Verstappen. No, we're not, apparently. Now, this is going to be interesting because now he's got the inside line. I need to give him space. Try and get any form of exit I can. And I somehow managed to stay ahead. Norris and Alonso fighting each other. Lance Stroll also there. Charles Leclerc also there. This is a nice little 6-people, 6-driver, 6-man racing group is what we shall call it. The 6-man racing group. There it is. If you think about it, all the best wet weather drivers, apart from Lewis Hamilton, are together right now. Verstappen, Alonso, Norris, and Stroll, and Leclerc. That's quite fun. And I didn't even notice, but Norris is up to P3. I don't remember that happening, but what I need to do now is try and clear away from Verstappen down this main straight so that Lando Norris can go for a little slipstream. Actually, he's going for it right now. Lando is on one today. I'm loving it. Come on, mate. Finally, I get a teammate. Hang on, if I block Verstappen off round the outside through here. Whoa. Right, this is where I need to show my straight line speed. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. It's not really doing anything, to be honest. I thought I'd be a lot quicker. And Fernando Alonso overtakes Norris. And they're now going 3 wide as I go off. I'm off. I am off the track. I'm on the track. They are still going 3 wide. What is happening behind me? Verstappen down to P4. Lando Norris fighting Alonso for P2. What? Oh, David Croft would be losing his mind right now. Verstappen down to 5th. What? Oh my. Whoa. Oh, I'm at a really bad exit through Ascari. Is that going to encourage Fernando Alonso? Here comes Lando Norris. Go on, Lando Norris. No. Okay, Fernando Alonso is going to try and go by. I've got the inside line, though. If I just stick to the inside, get my car, that's not what I wanted to do. I tried to get my car as straight as possible, as soon as possible. That hasn't quite worked. Now, Alonso, do I have a slipstream to go for a dive bomb? I'm trying to save ERS. Oh, I think I do have a dive bomb in me, to be fair. Let's have it! Go on! Yep, I've made that corner. 0 contact. Inside line. That is a gorgeous overtake on Alonso to retake Pier 1. Retake Pier 1 on lap 8. Right, I might be under pressure from Alonso, but let's take a look at my tyre wear. Ugh! The hell is that? Here comes Alonso. Can I... Oh. I haven't really defended that one. I'm going to try to anyway. Round the outside. I've still got it. Don't lose the rear. Okay, that was scary. Nothing to worry about, though. I'm more concerned about my rear tyre wear. That's concerning. Here comes Lando Norris, though. He's going for the double overtake on me and Alonso. Is there a world where I can keep Alonso behind, get Norris in front, and then re-overtake Norris down the straight? That's what I'm going to try and do. Here we go. Come on, give me some straight line speed. Lance Stroll going for it on Alonso as well. Now I'm going for it on my teammate. The McLarens are going after each other, and the Astons are going after each other. Late braking on Lando Norris. You need to avoid contact at all means necessary. Turn in. Get that exit, and it is now a McLaren 1-2. It was almost a McLaren 1 because I almost went on the grass and spun out and crashed. But it's okay. McLaren 1-2. Verstappen down to P6. Right, I didn't even realise we were going to be stopping this lap, but I am. So, we go into the pits, and of course, into the pits, we must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Right, Bosh, we're in. Now, last time in Belgium, we had an error with our pit stop. Can we not have that this time? Yeah, okay. We lost an extra second or two because cars were going by. But we come out ahead of Alonso, and now we need to try and get past, the likes of Norris, Stroll, and the other Ferrari. Honestly, I probably could have actually stayed out. I just rushed into the pits because I saw the blue line pop up. My tyres were okay. They were only about 30% worn. I reckon you can go to probably about 40 or 50 on these wets. But anyway, the pit stop's done. It's happened. Now we just need to stay ahead of Alonso and then get ahead of Norris and Stroll when they come into the pits at the end of this lap. So the Red Bulls and the Ferraris are actually staying out. Here comes Alonso. He's going to go to the inside. It's actually a big issue. I need to outbrake him and get past, which I do. So the Ferraris and Red Bulls stay out. Lando Norris has come in. Where are we going to come out in comparison to him? Also, Valtteri Bottas going for it on Alonso. I can't see a world of that happening. Now, that is interesting. We have been overcut by my teammate, Lando Norris, by quite a decent gap. What that tells me is that the wet tyres are still very good to use, which means the Red Bulls and the Ferraris might end up coming out, ahead of us. Bottas has got ahead of Alonso. That's going to be a big help. And actually, look at this. I didn't even realise I've come out on the wets. Everyone else is on inters. I just noticed that. That is a big problem. And you can see how much better the inters are because Lando Norris is gone. I might have to make another stop and go into the intermediates. I think I'm going to have to. I mean, look how slow I am on the wets compared to the drivers on the inters. No wonder Bottas was almost getting past me. Oh my goodness. For what was looking like a very simple, easy win, is now looking like I might not even get a points finish. Because I'm going to have to stop again to go onto the inters. There is no way I can stay out on the full wets. I've got an entire queue of cars behind me. These cars on the inters can brake a lot later than me. And let's just compare the exits. It's going to be something dumb. Okay, no. I don't know. I can't stay out on these full wets, though. Norris is gaining 2 seconds a sector on me. My lap times with the Red Bulls and Ferraris are staying the same. So maybe I just try and finish ahead of Verstappen, but I can't do that. I need to come in again. Although looking at it, there is only about 6 or 7 laps left. I've got plenty of straight line speed. If I could just finish ahead of Verstappen, then everything's fine, realistically. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm just going to try and finish ahead of Verstappen, but they are continuing to stay out on the old wets, and I'm failing to catch them on new wets. Oh no, where did it all go wrong for me? Let's just hope Lando Norris can go on to win this race for free and pick up some good constructors points. But here comes Valtteri Bottas somehow trying to get a move on me, and it is working. I'm going to outbrake him quite comfortably. I should be able to defend very easily. I just don't know if I'm actually going to end up finishing ahead of Verstappen, which is sort of the whole point of my strategy now. But if I was on the inters at the moment, I would probably have won this race with so much ease. And you can see behind me, it's now me and P6 all the way down to P20 are all next to each other because I'm holding them all up. And I intend to keep it that way. I'm doing Alonso Monaco 22 is what I'm doing. Honestly, a 1-2 is definitely still on. I just need to somehow get ahead of Verstappen, which I don't even think I'm going to be able to do. He is about 23 seconds ahead of me right now, and I have no idea how long a pit stop is. Lando Norris just saying fastest lap after fastest lap. Now the front runners are in. Both of the Ferraris are actually double stacking, which is very interesting. It's time to use all that ERS, and we actually are going to get ahead of them. That's big. That is huge. I think Alonso might get ahead of one of them as well. They are going to be so quick on those inters, though. Come on, fight with Alonso. Now, here's what's interesting. Leclerc was ahead of Verstappen when they went into the pits. I managed to get ahead of Leclerc. Maybe not for very long, though. Here he comes. I should be able to outbrake him comfortably. There we go. So does that mean I'm going to get ahead of Verstappen as well? Let's find out. They should come in on this lap, and they are. It's going to be a Red Bull double stack. Here comes Leclerc and Alonso. I think I'm going to get sandwiched here. We're going to go 3 wide through the parabolic. I'm going to outbrake them. Lando Norris takes a very comfortable lead with only 4 or 5 laps remaining. It's now time to see where I'm going to come out. Here comes Fernando Alonso, though. Around the outside. There's Max Verstappen. Bye-bye, you Dutch prick. We get ahead of Verstappen, but we are now going 3 wide with Lance Stroll, I think that is. Look at Lance Stroll getting involved. But I am now holding up all other 19 drivers, basically just letting Norris go and get this free win. But with my tyres getting older, Verstappen on the brand new wets, Leclerc on almost new inters, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to hold up for in these last 4 laps. Because the conditions are getting drier and drier, more and more suited for inters. I don't know if I've got much left. Look at my front left and my bottom left. That is in the mud territory. I've had a horrible exit out of the parabolica. Here comes Fernando Alonso. And I don't really have anything to stop him. Apart from straight line speed, here we go. Hello, Fernando Alonso. He's outbrake me. Oh no. And now I've got to deal with Lance Stroll as well. Round the outside. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Lance Stroll's going to get by. It's all going wrong all of a sudden. Like I said, the conditions are just getting more and more suited to inters. I've dropped down to P4. It's not over on Lance Stroll though. I can maybe look for a move. He's gone very defensive. Round the outside, I now get the inside line. But he's just gone. He has that exit because he's on those inters. And now I've got my title rival Verstappen right behind me. It's all starting to fall apart in these final 3 laps because I just simply don't have the grip due to the tyre difference and the condition difference. Oh no. Luckily though, I've got a lot of VRS. It's definitely not over, but look at Fernando Alonso. 3.5 seconds up the road already. That is how much I'm holding these drivers back. Lando Norris just setting fastest lap after fastest lap. This man is having a fantastic race, and thank goodness, on a time where I'm having a stinker, Lando Norris is prevailing. He did that in Spain as well. I believe he got like P3 or P2 when I didn't score points. At least this race, I will score points. It's just, I don't know where I'm exactly going to finish. My title rival, Max Verstappen, now going by. Can I even outbrake him? No. It's all going wrong. No. Leclerc as well. I can't even turn at this stage. Look at the exit that the Red Bull gets. Okay, I saw that I need to stay ahead of Leclerc here. I need to use everything I've got. Verstappen looking for a move on Stroll. Leclerc looking for a move on me, and I've got nothing left. Ah, it's so painful. This should have been such an easy win for me. If only my strategy was just semi-decent. Oh, no! 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 I am not being overtaken by a Haas. I am not Sergio Perez. This cannot stand. Ah! Okay. Final lap of this race. Can I stay ahead in P6, or am I going to drop down even further? As Carlos Sainz retires at the back of the grid. What is going on here then? Here comes Alex Albon on the inside. He's going to have the exit because of those inters. Oh, it's so difficult. Checo Perez sets the fastest lap. I don't know what happened to him. He fell right back. I actually don't know how he's there. He was literally behind his teammate for this whole race. Why is he there? Anyway, Sergio Perez special, I guess. We're down to P7. I was going to say, let's just try and hang on to this, but I don't even think I can do that. Right, let's see. Let's use some straight line speed, because I've got quite a lot of it, to be fair. I might even be able to catch up to Alex if I could just have a semi-decent, as DRS gets enabled mid-corner. What? I've never seen that before. Not mid-corner, mid-straight. The DRS gets enabled. Lando Norris picks up his first race win of this career mode. A very deserved race win. There might be a last corner lunge on Alex Albon. I don't even need to lunge. I'm just gone. See you. Whoa! I spun! No! I've lost it on the final corner! You have got to be taking the piss! No! No! This cannot stand! I can't even... Oh my god! Shit! Where did it all go wrong for me? No! Oh, I caught the grass. on the parabolica on the final corner. So rather than taking a P6 or P7, I don't quite remember, I'm going to have a pointless day at Monza. Despite the fact that throughout the first like 6 or 7 laps, it was looking like a free win. If I stopped for the intermediates at any point during that race, I would have won that for absolutely free. It's a good thing though that Verstappen finished 3rd! Oh my goodness, it's all gone wrong. Max Verstappen is going to gain 15 points on me in the Drivers' Championship to make that gap just 5 points with only 5 rounds remaining. Oh my goodness. That is genuinely the worst possible outcome. And here is your final finishing order. Lando Norris converts a stinky P5, actually has a good race for once, and gets his first win by a dominant 14 seconds over Fernando Alonso in P2 and Max Verstappen in P3, but I finish in P12 after losing the car by going on the grass in the final corner of the final lap. If I would have actually done that, I would have actually finished P6, which would have given me 8 points, and yes, Verstappen still would have gained on me, but only by 7, not 15. So here are the standings. There is now 5 points between me and Verstappen. Because of Lando Norris's win, he actually goes from P10 in the Drivers' Championship from here all the way up to P7, and that is a very important win because he is now only 21 points away from P3 Charles Leclerc. And to be fair, he's only like 30 odd points away. Wait, no, that's not how maths works. Anyway, I think P3 is definitely still on after that race. But in the Constructors, thank God Lando Norris had a good race, because of him, we now actually extend our lead in the Constructors by 10 points. Of course, Lando finished first, got 25. Verstappen finished third, got 15. Me and Perez both failed to score. Wow. I mean, I said that the race was going to be exciting because of the rain. It definitely was exciting. And what was looking like a free win ends in a pointless race because of my own mistake. But that's going to be all from me. I will see you next time for this Ayrton Senna career mode. This Drivers' Championship is still all to play for. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.